to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams that have combined to win 11 Super Bowl titles. The Steelers and the Niners are underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll power his way up near the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now it's Breida, and he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Right back to him on first down. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Here's Breida. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
This is Breida. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run with Breida. And an alley to run. Whoosh. And a spin. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. 31 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. A nice run by him, don't get me wrong, but the blocking up front was a thing of beauty.
I think for an opening drive, how about that for an exclamation point? Just what you said. Good blocking, good vision, and he accelerated to the end zone.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for James Conner. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
4 down. Set.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, we got 4. Set. Blue 30.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Hey, that's it. 180.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. T.J. Watt coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They go play action now. Roethlisberger under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Solomon Thomas in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep, Trent Taylor. And taken right at the 35. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff looking right. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The drive will start with Connor, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Ready? Like 80.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed and they catch a lot of footballs as we just...
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, a 24-yard touchdown. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for two. Now Garoppolo. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Here's Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the 49ers going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go.
Roethlisberger will throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. We've seen this offense do some unconventional things thus far, but they couldn't go for it on 4th down here, could they?
Could someone patch us into the head coach's headset? Punt the ball.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Garoppolo. He's going to let this one go deep. This is intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Now Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. 21. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long?
Here we go. Black 80.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And Gold is able to put it through. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now it's Roethlisberger. And it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Garoppolo looks to throw. Incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Oh, Gold missed it. It's no good. Wide to the left, off the mark, and this score will stay right where it is.
Heinz Field has always been a tough place for field goal kickers. It's just a very heavy side, plus you've got an open end of the field with wind coming off the Allegheny. And sure enough, he kind of chunks this one, and it's no good.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the left side, it's McDonald. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's the fullback. This is Roosevelt Nix. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Roethlisberger now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here.
Set. 180. Show that bench release and go. Double, double.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Set. Black 20.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there. You've given yourself a chance. You're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
First man through, it's the fullback Juszczyk. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. He's got a man, complete. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And some room to roam now. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to...
And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. Garoppolo on first down. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They give him a gain of 38.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Go ahead. 6.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the foot onto their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
To throw is Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's where they're going to ride.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle to Garcon. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards there for number 15.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner 1st down. Garoppolo looking to throw. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the 1st quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
Being chased out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Caught left side, Garcon. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.